What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I'm about to install 3 new glorious mods in the Halloween pinball machine. So before I do that, I'm going to show you the 3 separate mods in hand. Show you what they look like before, because 2 of them came a little weird. And I had my boy that paints miniatures hand paint these to add a little more extra patina and details to them and a little more aging and stuff like that. So I'm going to show y'all right now. Take a look at these 3 pieces.
Your life is in shambles.
So what I'm installing is a set of leaves that goes underneath the pumpkin, so it looks like a real jack-o'-lantern patch. Right up here, I'm going to be installing basically a miniature wagon car, but it lights up green and it'll replace this black piece right here. So it'll add a nice touch. And the third and final thing is the most impressive thing, which is a house up here, which basically acts as the top portion of his house with the messed up gutter, and it'll play movies in the windows, and it'll be right there. So I'll show you those 3 pieces right now. Okay, so like I said, this is where the leaves are gonna go. I'm gonna show you a picture right now of what it used to look like. Should pop up right now. As you can see, this thing, it's got a lot of those 3D printer lines in it, and it was like a highlighter green, and that does not match at all. So here is the new one that my friend painted. As you can see, you could still see the 3D printer lines. Some of those 3D printers, you can't deal with it, but look how good he painted it. And now this way, it'll fit and match this setup better. So I'm gonna go ahead here and do that. This one is the easiest out of all of them. I could do this one while I'm watching on the camera. Actually, no, never mind. I'll show you in a second. And there it is installed. That looks fantastic. Shout out to Toby for painting those leaves for me. And now this looks absolutely wonderful. That's just a nice little touch to the piece right there, to the pumpkin. All right, so the first mod is installed. Now we're gonna move on to the house. So now I'm taking out all the pinballs because you can't have them. I have to lift the playing field up, and you can't have them in there. So you basically just hit this piece here. How many more in there? Sometimes you get a little stuck. So they jump up, catch them. How many more do I have left? All right, I'll get the rest of them out, and then we'll start that install. You got to take them out, otherwise when you lift the playing field, it'll just destroy the mechanics. Okay, pinballs are all out. It's safe to lift the playing field now, rather. So now I'm going to show you a picture of what the original house was and how I got it, and then how my boy Toby just lightly aged it so it looks really good and it looks better and fits the bill more. It was a little too plain, just like these were. That stuff was a little too plain. So I'm gonna show you right now in that picture. Take a look. You can see how it's shot. And then now here's the new one. So he didn't go too crazy. Here, let me see if I can move in the light so you could see it. He just made the roof a little better. As you can see, he added a little green moss in certain areas. He detailed the gutter, so the gutter looks a little more dirty with some green moss and aging and stuff. See, so now he just added just enough so it'll look really good in there. So this is the house. This is gonna go right up here in the corner. It's gonna basically tuck in right there, and it'll play movies out of those 2 screens. So now I'm gonna flip the playing field up and get the wiring all ready. This is really nerve-wracking. I've never done this before. So this is my first time. I'm not pinball savvy, so. There's that power supply back there, and that's where it gets plugged into. This is underneath the Halloween pinball machine. This is fucking insane. And there's the play field resting up there. Oof. All right, so now let's do this. Okay, so I'm actually going to this is a fucking nightmare, by the way. I'm going to simultaneously do this because of the way the wiring is. So you just take that bracket off like that. Save that for later. And then you add this one. And you could turn the car however you like. I'm probably gonna reverse it and turn it the other way, and then mount it and then run the wiring underneath. And there's the Wagon Mod. How sick is that? That goes really cool with the theme. So that goes there. Then I gotta feed this wire underneath, back to that power supply back there. All right, so the car is all set up. The car is plugged in. Now I have to feed the wire to the house through this fucking monstrosity here. So once I do that, pull it out the other side, I can install the house, and then I should be all done with all 3 mods. This was such a bitch. You had to pull that wire through there underneath this wooden hole there to come out here. Jesus Christ. This was a fucking mess. This is why I don't like mods. And that was a bitch. But it is now in. Oof. All right, there's the house. Look how sick that looks. It hides that whole area. It fits. It ties in with the rest of the house up here, and it hides those cables. We ready to rock. Now let's go test everything out right now and turn it on. All right, all 3 mods are installed. The balls are back in. The glass is back on. Everything's looking good. Let's make sure this all works real quick. There goes the car light. The car's on. And there goes the house. Look at the pumpkin spinning. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's so sick. And this is just the windowsill with the lights on. Oh, look at that. Appears to be a house for the moon. And you'll see Mike Myers comes out eventually. This is the coolest mod ever. Let's see how it is with the lights off. This is such a nice machine. I love this thing. Look how nice the car lights up. That's so, so cool. So, so cool. The Connecto Vision off the screen is a little... You can see Mike Myers in the window. It's better to see in person. It's pretty hard to see because of the glare. But there it is. This looks great. This is fantastic. Beautiful. So there it is. There's the 3 new mods. They fit really well. Looks good with the house. And we get a couple games in, test it out and see how it goes. I love that house. It hides everything so well. So well. There it is. There you have it. What's happening, everybody? Before I forget, when I throw this on YouTube, I'm going to throw a link in the description down bottom. It's basically going to be a link to the Pinside forum and the thread specific to the Halloween pinball mods. The person who made the house and the pumpkin leaves, the pumpkin patch leaves, his name is Andrew, and he's from overseas, from across the pond, and his company's called like Vimtomen Mods or something like that. But anyway, in the thread, you'll see him. You can contact him if you have a pinball machine and you want to get that mod made. It was a couple $100, couple £100. He's a real nice guy. He ships it. It got to me within a week. It was really cool. The car mod is from somebody else named John C. You could probably see them also in there. If not, I could leave his email in the description also. And if you want those mods, you can contact them. So thank you. Thank you for watching, and on to the next one.